Hello? What the hell? Oh, wait. No. Oh, shit. Yo, that music is weird, eh? Hold on. Why is the... Where's my audio? God damn it! Hello? Can you guys hear me? Yo, put a message if you can hear me. And, yo, that music's no good. Sorry. This is fine. I like this. Kind of chill. Yo, can you guys hear me, though? Tell me if you can hear me. Let's go Patels for the win. I like that. Yo, can you guys hear me, though? What the fuck? Why can't... Hello? God damn it. Oh, yes, you can. Okay, cool. Got it. Six, people. Yeah, no, I'm just setting up the topics. Got some bangers, got some rippers today. Holy shit. Very good congregation. Already messaging. That's very good. AC says drip. Very good, AC. That's good. That's good karmas you are doing. Christopher says, I can hear you. Double good karmas. Comment and helping the show. That's twice the good karmas. Southern Indian food or Northern Indian food? Go. Joshua, listen, man, that's a tough one. That's a good question. Because I don't know. It depends what time of the day. It depends what kind of mood. I mean, I think I'm done eating North Indian. I can't eat it. It's a fat fuck food. Okay, let's call it what it is. I remember the first white girl I dated was like, Indian food, I don't think it's healthy. Like, I would keep going to Punjabi restaurants, like Indian restaurants, getting naan, and she'd be like, I don't think it's healthy. I'm like, yes, it is. Everything from India is healthy. Racist, it's healthy. And I was so mad because she told me, it took like another 5 years to admit that like Indian food, when you go to a restaurant, it's garbage. You know, I really got to start doing it. I really got to stop doing it. This Indian food in a restaurant, it's really not good for you. AC says, earning that good karma, of course. The Indian fatherland shall rise to greatness. Mr. Chess, that's his very good karmas. Thanks for coming. Joshua Modi says, Fauci did a banga. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We got a couple of great topics. First of all, let me just land this bus right here. Let me just land it at our ashram. Look at that. That's our beautiful ashram. That's our beautiful ashram. Let me manifest the indoor camera. There it is. Yeah, this is the ashram office right here. The window's right there. That's why it's all purple on my face, because that's the outside. It's very smoky over there too. But that is the incredible work. Let's by our good friend Ed Lichinsky. Look at this incredible work. Let me show you. Well, first of all, make sure you do your karmas, like, subscribe, notification bell, be joyful in life, and make sure you're dancing, people. It's the most important thing. See this? Like, I ordered a temple, but I don't know if you can see it from this view, but like, if you look underneath, the guy built me 2 temples. Like, I'm talking about, I got 2 ashrams for the price of 1 from Ed Lichinsky, Ukraine. It's that war. It's making them, you know, you can get a lot of cheap labor out of there. If you guys are looking for cheap labor, maybe that's it. No, I'm sorry, Ed. Our hearts are with you. What Putin is doing is awful, and we hope that it ends very soon. That's what I'm hoping for that conflict. But again, thanks for coming. I'm here at the Digital Ashram head office. Got some powerful karmas for you today. First of all, we got to talk about what is Stephen's silence about? Why is Stephen silent on Fauci? After all this shit comes out and he can't do a goddamn video, he can't say something, he can't put out a thing saying, you know what, you guys were just a tweet, dude, just tweet it. Fauci did a banger. I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna send him this goddamn clip that we're gonna do today, because this is overwhelming evidence at this point. And he still won't admit it. Still silence. Did I ask him? No, but I want to see it on the channel. He should proactively put it on the channel. Or Twitter is fine. So that we're going to do last probably. But first, I do want to talk about this rip of the week. Holy shit. This guy rips so hard. It truly is a rip of the week. And this is going to be a new segment title that we got to do here. Rip of the week. Yeah, let's just get into our first topic here. This is our rip of the week. This guy is next level, and the wardrobe and everything, and like the words. Holy shit! You guys see this guy? You guys see this guy? God is smiling on him. He is so righteous. The rips. Just listen to it.
It costs $2 billion to become president. They're 25% of the total. How dare we talk about the US? Why are we so quiet about challenging the US when they threaten human rights? Some people have said in here, oh, we can't be, how dare we talk about the US? Well, we talk about everybody else. Is the US a functioning democracy? Well, let's have a look at it. It costs $2 billion to become president.
Look at the hair, dude. Look at the hair. By the way, every word coming out of his mouth is pure silver and gold is coming out of his mouth. Pure nectar from God. He's channeling. That's a good rip, people. That is a good rip. It's righteous. It needs to be heard. And listen, I know the Americans in here, if you're offended, if you're American, you're offended by that, you should be the most on board. Because you are being oppressed, brothers. And it is oppressing you and it's oppressing the whole world. And this guy's doing a rip on it. $2 million to become president? This is an oppression, brother. He's not wrong.
25% of the total prisoners in the world. They spend over $800 billion a year on arms, which is more than most of the world put together. They've been at war for two.
Dude, look at the hair on the shoulders, dude. You know what? Fucking goddamn it. Look at this guy. If I told you that what do you think the most righteous rips are coming from a suit? A guy in a military uniform? Forget it, man. Look at his hair.
250 years since their state was formed, 275 years ago. But they can't afford universal health care. They can't afford the 1.7 trillion debt forgiveness for students. They can't afford a program for the 17 million children that go to bed hungry. Is this a functioning democracy? What's your idea of a democracy? Bernie Sanders wasn't even allowed to win the nomination for the Democrats. The Americans couldn't spell democracy.
I think there's certainly a significant portion of Americans who could not spell democracy.
Oh my God, dude. What a rip. These guys, by the way, I think are like weird now. I don't know. What do you guys think of this guy? Is he even you know what's happening is that I think he is establishment left. So now I kind of feel like it's not radical enough. Is that a lot? Fuck it, dude. Can you believe how righteous those rips are, though? Joshua Mowdy said he is so not wrong, though. It's all correct. Nothing can be doubted. Nothing can be questioned from what he said. Everything he said was correct. It truly is the rip of the week. And we got to do one of these every week. We got to do a rip of the week now. The guy, let's watch another one of his. Oh my God. And then I have the bad rip of the week. You know what? Let's do good rip of the week, bad rip of the week. Dude, worst rip. The next rip after this, it's the corniest shit. Viral all over the place. The corniest, dumbest rip of the week. Rip of the century, I think. But let's do this one. Let's do one more of him because he is righteous and he's living life correctly. Right. And tell me what you guys think of that. Because to stand up and to have the balls to say it, it's like, dude, he'll just tell him why Israel doesn't give a fuck. He'll call out Israel. He'll call out NATO. He always says what Putin is doing in Ukraine is wrong. It's wrong to do what he did. And I'm condemning him and he has to be stopped and he has to be whatever. But keep a negotiation option open.
At the anniversary of the war in Ukraine, and the slaughter continues unabated.
She also rips.
Thousands of people dead, millions displaced, and destruction on a catastrophic scale. Yet the battle cry in the West is, arm Ukraine more.
Those behind it have had everything their way for a year.
Wow.
And the results are there for everyone to see.
Ukraine in ruins, mounds of dead, a world on the brink.
It's time now for the peace movement to intervene
and for the silent majority who want peace to be silent no more.
We must oppose the war makers on both sides of this conflict who feed on each other's hostility to push for more escalation.
We will not stand for another year of this, not another day, not another minute.
We need to take to the streets to demand our...
Not another minute.
Not stand for another year of this, not another day, not another minute.
We need to take to the streets to demand our leaders stop fueling conflict.
Stop ensuring that war is kept going and instead work for peace, and a diplomatic solution is the only way forward.
We demand peace on our continent now, and we won't settle for anything less.
Come out to Trafalgar Square on the 25th of February and raise the banner of peace.
Fucking rips, dude. Undeniable rips, right? Undeniable rips. Tell me, what do you guys think? Let me play it. Let me just keep the footage going, and then I'm gonna have a discussion with you all, because I need to know where's the culture on this. I want to know where the culture is on this, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who hear this guy and they go, no, he's crazy. He's not even wearing a suit. Let's look at this. He always looks like
Only last September, Commission President von der Leyen stated.
Oh, that's legit, dude. This is good. Keep it here. He's going for the pinks and the yellows. It's like, it's a lot, right? This is now, at least you're in a rock and roll place. Still, these other people have to wear suits like idiots. This guy is...
That it was paramount to now investigate the Nord Stream pipeline attack, and that...
Nord Stream. The guy rips. Fearless. Doesn't give a fuck. Calls out fighting and war wherever it is. Always says Russia, what Russia's doing is bad. What Russia's doing is bad. But Nord Stream 2 pipeline. By the way, hey, Coffeezilla, why are you silent on the Nord Stream?
Any deliberate disruption of active European energy is unacceptable and will lead to the strongest possible response. The strongest possible response. Well, Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter Seymour Hersh, probably the most legendary investigative journalist alive, just published a report that presents detailed claims that, on President Biden's orders, the US, with Norway's help, blew up the Nord Stream pipelines.
Wow, the music.
Hersh has a long track record of journalistic integrity. This was a premeditated terrorist attack on European critical infrastructure. It was also environmental terrorism. Does the EU care? Do you need to know who did it, or do you want to know? Hersh says the US did it. Did you ask him? Did you ask him?
Fucking right, dude. Where's the rips in our society right now? Who's doing rips? Is anyone?
Did they do it? Or do you ask them questions anymore? Have we become so subservient? Has the EU become so subservient to US empire?
This was an act of sabotage.
Did it? Or do
The way he said, have we become?
you want to know? Hersh says the US did it. Did you ask him? Did you ask them, did they do it? Or do you ask them questions anymore? Have we become so subservient? Has the EU become so subservient to US empire?
This was an act of sabotage, an act of unrivaled vandalism.
Rip of the week, people. Hold on. Let me, make sure that's up. This is the rip of the week. I want a bigger branding on that. No, bigger. Rip of the week, people. Rip of the week. That's enough. This is the rip of the week.
Economically and environmentally. Then along comes Seymour Hersh, the world's most acclaimed, distinguished living.
Yes, by the way, I know some people are saying like, oh, the Seymour Hersh article, he has one person who is anonymous. That's fine. It's so obvious. It doesn't even matter. You almost don't need him to do the article. It's so obvious. If you don't want to admit it, maybe you're lying to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, just consider that. Like, if you know anything about this and you're like, no, I don't know, the Russians could have done it. Maybe you're just on one team and you want to support them no matter what. And maybe it's a bit of a grift. And maybe it's not good for even your team or the planet to let the Americans just get away with this. While you people in the society are pretending, no, I don't know. Well, no, there's only one person. Maybe a bunch of people, maybe you guys are being contrarians. Why are you being contrarian? That's what people think. That's what my circles think. But I'm going to come back and talk to you guys before we go to the worst strip of the worst strip of the week is this bad. It's opposite of this.
Investigative journalist. He produces a detailed claim that the United States executed this explosion with the help of Norway, planned months before the invasion.
Look at this guy. He's seething, dude. This is a team. This is two of the most righteous people on the planet. God's looking down from on high and saying, that's a fucking rip. The Buddha's coming to see these rips. Thich Nhat Hanh comes to see these rips. And, you know, it's just, she hasn't ironed her shirt. You know what I mean? It's not people in suits. It's not the military uniform people. And it's not the goddamn Babajis either. I'll tell you that right now. These two, like, they're hooligans, man. They're so, it's like Russell Brand. Russell Brand's so silly. He could wear anything. You know, I was thinking I should get a boa. I should get something silly like that. But I feel like, yeah, anyway, let's continue.
A Norwegian Navy P-8 surveillance plane dropped a sonar buoy on the 26th of September, which triggered explosions planted by US Navy Panama City divers 3 months earlier under a NATO exercise.
You know, like, what if if you care about people in Ukraine, the answer is not to just go be pro-American military machine. The answer is to say, you know, also negotiate. Like, don't keep fighting. Good job on the fighting. Here's weapons, but negotiate. But the Americans won't even let them. And when China comes in to do a peace plan, then the Americans got to get on TV and say, I don't like it. No, it doesn't count. If China does it, doesn't count. Can you believe that shit?
I don't know what happened, but I want to know. And I find it frankly jaw-dropping that the EU is not asking questions as to who is responsible for sabotaging the livelihoods of our citizens. I am ashamed to be a European.
Dude, clap harder. He should have clapped harder on that. Oh my God. Best rip of the week. That's the rip of the week. What do you guys think? Let's read some comments here. And then we're going to go to the worst rip of the week. The worst rip of the week is, it makes me want to puke. It's so stupid and annoying. Just even, I'm seeing her dumb face and I just want to, can you guys guess what it is? Guess what it is. I'll read a couple of these. Joshua Mowdy, if he grows the beard long, puts on beanie and with a black hat, wears a low cut blouse and guru bracelets, boom, Russell Brand. I mean, guru. Yeah. Well, it's almost like those fake ass gurus are trying to steal the look of real gurus, which is guys like this and Russell Brand. I'd say they are real gurus. They take from darkness to light. That's what guru means. Gu means darkness, and I think ru means light. I think that someone told me that. And it sounds true, and I've been telling people it, but I don't know if it's true. But maybe it is. A guru, it's a teacher. They take you from darkness to light. It sounds correct. They take you from darkness to light. So maybe that's what the real ones are like. And then the grifters started copying it. Now we don't know who's the grifter, who's the real. This guy's real, though. And that's enough of it. Righteous. That better be everyone's goddamn opinion in the audience that it is righteous. Applejack, what's up, dude? Applejack, I'm gonna start asking you I'm gonna start telling you when I'm going online. I was just thinking that today. I was like, I should tell Applejack, but you came. Thanks for coming, baby. Love you. How would they kill him? Entering Russia would be suicide, and dropping bombs could cause mutually assured destruction. Who would kill him? Who would kill who? Putin? I'm assuming someone means Putin. I can't read all of these. We have to give them offensive equipment. Why only defensive? We need to just go total war and defeat the evil Russians quick. Mr. Chess has spoken. So Mr. Chess is on the opposite side. Okay, Mr. Chess, if that's what you think, you know, this is okay. Let's talk about this then. Now we got to go full spiritual teacher. Let me show you the levels. By the way, I heard spiritual teachers are getting sued for showing this chart, but we're gonna show it one time, and I don't know. It's too important. This lesson is too important. And if down the road they got to take it down, then they got to goddamn take it down. I don't give a goddamn. Why is it so? Okay, here we go. You see what you're thinking, right? When you go military like that, when you have a militaristic, fuck, why is it like this? Okay, well, hold on, people. Technical difficulties. This is very important, though. This is very important. You know what? This is actually better. Let's not show the whole thing. Let's go here. Here we go. You see this? You see this, Mr. Chess? When people want to go to war, it is a result of low vibrational thinking. That's what I've been learning, is that all fighting is kind of like an illusion. And that doesn't mean that like you let someone take you over. Like, I agree with you. Maybe, Putin did attack. And you got, it's fair enough. You got to do something you got to do something. But I don't know. Maybe you can't actually. Maybe this is a situation that, because, these people talk about war like it's just this thing where like one team will win and one side will lose. You don't realize that everyone loses in war. Like everyone loses. So the idea that you wouldn't negotiate this and just figure it out, and you're going to say that China's not allowed to negotiate it, and you're going to block them from, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't fight and don't maybe even supply the weapons. I guess you got to supply the weapons, but keep the negotiation open. You know what I'm saying? And also help Yemen, help Palestine, help Tibet. Nobody's talking about Tibet. Now I'm going to go on a goddamn rip. But anyway, yeah, fighting comes from like low vibrational thinking, which is very like, you're not seeing the whole world. You think that the only way for you to survive is to hit someone else. And there's very short burst situations like that. Like if you're in front of a bear, fine. But the idea of prolonged ongoing conflict is a little bit of a ridiculous scam, I'd say, because it is a lot of times you start to realize that the people who are in charge, they're going to find some way to keep it going. Like bombing the Nord Stream 2 pipeline or whatever it is, like whatever they do, they're going to want to keep it going. And they're getting rich off of it. And in the process, like, are we really safe? Like, I mean, what if you care about Ukraine or any country that's getting attacked, what if you care about them? The thing to do is not just give unlimited weapons, but the thing to do is say negotiate. But I don't know. I thought I was going to make some great point with this. I can't think of anything now. But anyway, that was the best rip of the week. And I'm going to read a couple more. He will just start a war somewhere else if you negotiate. Mr. Chess, this is what my friend was telling me this too. He's like, oh, they'll take over Ukraine, then they'll take over every other country. You think it's that easy? They couldn't take over Afghanistan for 10 years. Like if he's stupid enough to do that. I mean, and when they attacked Afghanistan, the Russians, that's what bankrupted their empire. So maybe it's not as easy as they think either. I'm not saying it's easy for Russia either to take, like they should stop and they're never going to be able to take over Ukraine and America's never going to be able to defeat Russia. Fighting is wrong. It is an illusion. And it gives you false sense of that it's productive and it's going to lead to something. It's not going to lead to anything for Russia or America. It's going to lead to a lot of people dead, a lot of wasted money. And Russia, I'm saying Russia too, though. They should never have done it either, obviously. That's terrible. Turn them notifications on. Jacoby Napier is right. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications. Junjun Cecile, JJ Uncle JJ, what's up? Triumph 2 says bad take. You're a bad take. Where are we, Mr. Chess? And what if America suddenly stops helping in the other conflict, and the Russia is able to where? No, I do think America should help. I'm not saying suddenly stop helping. I never said that. I actually agree with you. They have to help. The Americans, I guess, have to help right now, but like get to an end. Not another endless war, man. It's going to bankrupt America. They can't afford to do this anymore. And now China's coming at it too. Okay, so if you think it's a bad take, yeah, Russia is able to conquer. And then Russia is able to conquer. No, but Russia's not really a threat. That's the other thing, is that they're broke too. What do you think? They're just going to take over country after country? It's so easy. Like they can't take Afghanistan. They can't take Ukraine all this time. It's like, sure, I'm not saying America shouldn't help. America should help, but end it. Get to the negotiation table, figure something out. I mean, listen, let's say in the next 6 months, they just kill Putin. That might be good. I don't know. Applejack, what do you think? They are always Russia bad and never acknowledge that no one stops the U.S. and they start wars all over the world. I mean, there is that too. Like the Americans have been pushing this a little bit. Yeah. And you know what? Anyway, thanks everyone for coming in, for chatting. You're doing very good karmas. I like this. Also, Russia doesn't want to negotiate. Well, they negotiated with China. What if that works out? You think that's... Do you think... So Triumph 2, do you think it's wrong for America to say, no, not if China does it. Only if we do it. Is that a bad take? God damn it. All right, let's share this next one. This is the worst rip of the week. This person is... Let's go. I think some of you know who it is. She's so weird. Why is she like this?
I'm going to talk about Wisconsin, but before you check out...
No.
Oh, one time. Oh, one time.
American democracy needs your help, and I'm here to ask you for it. Now...
Yeah. Politics girl primary. This is the...
Listen, Democrats, can we please stop talking about primarying Joe Biden? Who should run against Joe Biden? Will Democrats get behind Joe Biden?
She's basically doing a video saying, like, don't argue, I love the government, and you have to vote for Joe Biden again. That's what her stupid rip is. What happened? It's not a rip of the week. It's the worst rip of the week. God damn it.
Biden. This many Democrats want an alternative to Joe Biden. Can we just not? The absolute last thing democracy needs right now is a Democratic primary. We're in late stage capitalism with a...
The last thing... She's so stupid. I hate people like this. They know nothing about politics. The last thing democracy needs right now is a democratic process of election. You need fascism to save democracy. It could only be saved. How is this possible? She's saying the only way to save democracy is to cut out an extremely democratic process of seeing if Joe Biden is still the best candidate at like 95 years old. Fucking loser, dude. And her act outs suck. And why is she called politics girl? I don't want to do an age joke, but politics girl? Politics girl. When are we going to make that a politics lady? Right? And that's not me saying she's, making a comment about the looks. I'm just saying it is weird to be like, I'm just a politics girl. I'm just politics girl. Dude, you ever see this is such a democratic politics girl, because a conservative politics girl would be a smoker.
We're in late stage capitalism with a corrupt Supreme Court on a knife's edge between autocracy and democracy, and people want to spend $100 million to undermine our successful incumbent
Yeah, that's called the democracy, you idiot. Talk about get money out of politics then, if it's $100 million. Democracy is you do a democratic primary. It's a democratic system. And then you won't lose again to Donald Trump, you idiot.
The alternative is the twice impeached criminal.
Is that volume too low? I can't get the volume any higher. How's the volume out there? Oh my God, look at this. Now the whole audience is fighting over Russia. Guys, stop the fighting. We got to stop the fighting there, and we got to stop the fighting in our goddamn comment section. Everyone unite your hate on this now. We're doing this one now. She's a psycho. And also, by the way, this is something we can all agree on. But because I know that we can all agree on this. She's an idiot. And if she is right, and you just keep Biden again, other people might be able to solve the situation better than Biden.
Criminal ex-president, or the man who was single-handedly turning Florida into a fascist dictatorship? Why? I know people are excited for fresh young leaders with bright new ideas, but those fresh young leaders will never get a chance if we don't protect democracy now. The fact is, Joe Biden has gotten more accomplished in 2 years than any president in the history of presidents. In an increasingly cynical world, Joe Biden is a decent man with an incredible staff who knows what he's doing and
I love the president. I love the government. He's so great. I love the government. He's a great man, and he's a decent man, and he's doing his best. Shut the fuck up. You look at this. Habibi, democracy only works if Democrats are the single party. Habibi, I know, but this is Habibi. I mean, you can't do a primary. Save democracy. Don't have a vote. Save democracy by not voting. Vote less and save it. And he's a good man. Sounds pretty normal for a Dem, LOL. And Rashu, are they are kind of brainwashed, right? I can't believe how many people I know, like left, Democrat, whatever, and they don't even follow the news, but it's like they're automatically downloading Democrat talking points. They almost already know what it's going to be in advance. You guys notice that? I guess it's like a cult. It's like their brain, it's a culture. It's a culture. And they're brainwashed, and they'll just say things like, like this dumb shit. Don't do a primary. Don't do a primary, man. You're calling for a primary. No, he's gonna lose. Then you want Trump? It's such a dumb argument. This is why they keep losing, though, because they have idiots like this. Because they think like this. Their attitude. Because even with Bernie, it's like this is the attitude that led them to block Bernie on the primary. And if Bernie had won, because Hillary was a piece of it was garbage. If Bernie had won, he would have beat Trump. You see that? This is all an illusion. They're lying to themselves. They think that the way to save themselves is to lie and to cover up and to not do a democracy, really? Is to just pretend that he's the best? You're lying to yourself.
Plans for the future of this country that include women's rights and gay rights and workers' rights and voters' rights. And
what workers' rights? So dumb, dude. He just squashed a railroad strike.
Minimum wage and lower healthcare costs and environmental protections.
They don't do any of that, so you got to bring in another person.
It could be argued that the biggest reason democracy is winning in this David and Goliath story in Ukraine is because Joe Biden
Here we go.
Had the foreign policy experience and humility.
Okay, wow. Oh my God. Mr. Chess, do you think Joe Biden had the experience and the humility? Mr. Chess, this better not, I'm going to read this. This better not be about the fucking last rip. You better be goddamn talking about the current rip. To all you guys who want peace negotiations, do you want to cause bigger problems or end this quickly? Do you want Russia to start attacking the whole world instead of just Ukraine? Mr. Chess, you're delusional, dude. No one can do that. And I told you to get on the current topic. Also, this is a very dumb point of view. No. What? Russia can attack the whole world. They can't even attack Ukraine. Live in reality. It's foolish. Habibi, let's be for real. Bernie was controlled opposition. He would have never won. Habibi, don't think that Bernie was then who he is today now. Who Bernie has become, yes, he is nothing. He's been crushed. His spirit has been crushed by them. What he was back then was a revolutionary, and he could have done it back then. But let's finish this shit.
To gather world leaders together and build a coalition to
Worst
support
rip of the
them.
week.
He can run on all of that. We don't need to replace him. We need to spend our time and money giving him a bigger majority in Congress so he can get even more accomplished.
I love the president. I just want the president to win again. I love Joe Biden. Say that for JFK or something. Fine. It's still stupid. It's still dumb if you're talking about JFK, but fine, I guess. What the hell is this shit?
Yeah, he's old. He talks old. He's a goofy grandpa who says things like malarkey. Who cares? By every measurable metric, he's an excellent leader. If we didn't have lying propaganda networks and self-serving chaos agents constantly trying to sell us on the idea that he's some demented evil pedophile out to ruin the country, and you just looked at the facts of his presidency on paper, there would be zero debate.
Who said he's a demented evil pedophile? There's so many real things to... No. Nobody said demented evil pedophile because he smelled the girl's hair? Hey, does anyone think Biden's a demented evil pedophile? I don't think so. Evil like every other politician. Evil like, they're getting paid to just profit off of war. And, and the guy crushed a railroad strike, and he's a Demo. It's like, what's the point of Democrats if they're just going to do what the Republicans tell them to do? This is the other thing with the Democrats. It's like they're not a left-wing party anymore. There's nothing left about them. This is all meaningless. It's just that's what she's doing. She's just puking words out. It's meaningless. She knows nothing about politics. She knows nothing about the fact that the Democrats are there's no righteousness in the Democratic Party. There's no righteousness. There's no left-wingism in them. Nothing's there. They squash workers' rights. They're fully in bed with the military-industrial complex. Don't care about workers' rights. Don't care about housing rights. They're all corporate. That's the problem. It's all complete takeover by corporates. Mr. Chess. Yeah, he's an idiot. Mr. Chess still talking about Putin. Hey, he's evil. Okay, you happy now? You Biden lover? I bet you love Biden. Why aren't you, Mr. Chess, why aren't you saying some shit about Biden right now? It's get on the new topic, Chess. The railroad union wasn't arguing in good faith and kept changing their demands. The strike deserved to be broken by the government. You tank ninja, you better watch your goddamn mouth in here. Listen, the point still stands. They don't care about workers' rights. They don't care about standing up to the military-industrial complex. They're useless. And Rashu, neoliberalism, that is correct. That is a good karmas. That is correct karmas. Joshua Muddy, let's be real. Republicans do nothing of politics either. That's why they repeat the same old talking points they get from on high. Yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, the Republicans, I guess right now, they almost seem a little more righteous than the Democrats. That's the crazy thing. Because the Democrats because by being the supposed righteous ones, like all that terrible stuff, the Republicans, that's what they're supposed to do. So it's kind of like, that's who they are. They tell you they're going to do it. They're into it. But they don't. What was I going to say? The Republican, they tell you what they're going to do. That's the thing. Whereas the Democrats, there's a real evil in them because they act nice, but they're not doing any of it. It's just lies. Like Republicans tell you to your face. And therefore, I think there's actually more of that's why the pedophile evil is on the Democrat side, people. Sorry. The pedophile stuff, that's all Democrat. Like a Republican will probably just fuck like a cheerleader or something. You know what I mean? Or assault a cheerleader. But an of age, like a 20-year-old, or you know what I mean? Like that, they would just do like a normal straight guy, or they're closeted gay, but there's nothing wrong with that. No crime there. But as far as if they do something, the Democrats are the ones who they have because they're pretending to be good, they have the real psychos in there. Wait, so it's better to be honestly evil instead of pretending to be good? Well, I don't even know if the Republicans are evil. They're just conservative. They believe in their policies. They just tell you to your face, they don't care about workers' rights, though. I mean, this is the weird thing about politics right now. The Republicans are actually kind of into workers' rights. They do kind of fight for the working class, kind of, and the Democrats don't at all.
You don't spend $100 million undermining your own party to defeat someone who's doing a bang-up job. You run your successful sitting president, and you spend the resources you would have spent on a primary building the infrastructure that will defeat your opposition.
It's just such a she's just so dumb sounding. It just doesn't feel like she knows any of it. To be fair, Biden's own kids have him saved on their phone as Pedo Pete. Who knows him better than his own kids? Applejack. That's a good call, Applejack. That is a good call. And thank you for $5, dude. Appreciate it. That's Applejack. So Biden doesn't care about Ukraine. Of course, Mr. Chess. Well, Mr. Chess, at least you're relating it to Biden. At least you're keeping it related to Biden. And that's good karmas. I'll give you some points on that. So Biden doesn't care about Ukraine. I don't know. Wasn't his son on the energy board that funded Zelensky's election? I don't want to get conspiracy theory on it. But I do feel like there's something there, right? I don't know, Pedo Pete. Why would his son call him Pedo Pete? No, but Applejack, the fact that his son calls him Pedo Pete, I think that says to you that he looks like it, and his son's like, Dad, you're just a total pedo, bro. Like, he's just joking, because I think his dad does like to smell little kids' hair, but all ages' hair. So, right? Like, did he only smell kids' hair, or did he smell adults' hair? Can someone do a little research on this and let me know? Did Biden only smell kids' hairs, or did he just smell everyone's hair? Because that's another thing that we got to think about. Triumph 2 said, sorry to ask twice, but Triumph 2 is basically like you're like trying to just catch me on shit. Is that what we're doing? Triumph 2? Is that what we're doing? Just trying to do gotchas all day. How are the Republicans fighting for workers' rights? Well, I'll tell you. How are they fighting for workers' rights? You're right. I can't think of anything specific, but they just talk like they have a real workers' rights. Like, we care about the worker. Didn't all the blue collar people vote for Trump because they said the Democrats left them out in the blue belt, in the steel belt or whatever? Didn't they all vote for Trump? And then Trump didn't do anything for them. Trump actually didn't do anything for them, but the plans are there and the ideas are there, and they haven't done it yet, I think. But I think that's it. That's why I think that. Let's finish this off, and I'm going to tell you about some shows I have coming up. Then we got to do Stephen.
The party who wants to take your vote and force you to have a baby and tell you what you can read and what you can teach and what you can know. The
abortion shit, they are right. The Republicans are out of control with abortion stuff. Too much anti-trans stuff. And I do have another trans topic today, but like, they're too much. Like, they're too like trying to make it like it's the whole thing.
People passing laws to tell people how to dress and how to act and what they can do with their own bodies. The party calling for a national divorce and suggesting that maybe Democrats shouldn't get to vote at all. The party that wants to.
Did they say that? Yeah, but you could find one. She's really. Where is she getting these stupid talking points from?
Get rid of everything from Social Security to public schools, who have already passed laws to strip women of their rights and make trans people detransition and force private companies.
Make trans people detransition? Are they making trans people detransition? No. They're trying to stop it from. They're trying to stop transitioning in kids, which might not really be happening, and maybe they're just making it up and then making it a big issue. But they're not forcing people to detransit. I don't know, politics, girl.
To toe their policy line. You don't give those people the gift of fighting amongst yourselves. You spend your time and money working to put down that fascist, authoritarian, white Christian nationalist uprising.
White Christian nationalist uprising. Oh, does anyone? I got to take breaks on this, man. It really is the worst rip of the week because I can't even watch it. Ugh. Just the performance makes me pukey a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a little woozy. Anyone else feeling woozy? Oh, Amish, did you hear what his daughter said about him in her diary? No bueno. Oh, my God. And Rashu. So he is a pedophile. Fuck! Well, there you go. Here's Mr. Ukraine himself. Turns out he's a pedophile. Is that what you want, Chess? That's your hero? That's your savior? What happened with the daughter's diary? Okay, we got to find Biden. Daughter diary. We should just do a full debunk of this idiot. She sucks, though, right? Does anyone else feel like you have to puke? What was in Biden's daughter's diary? Okay, 2 plead guilty in scheme to sell Joe Biden's daughter's diary. Let's take a break from this. No, we got to take a break from it because I'm going to puke all over you guys. I'm going to puke all over the screen. I'm going to ruin my Mac. Jeez. Right? Just, I don't know. Just fake, annoying. 2 plead guilty to trafficking Ashley Biden's diary property. Man, so they had that's so like typical guy, typical girl. Like the guy gets his laptop stolen, but then the girl, she gets her diary stolen. It's my diary. 2 plead guilty in scheme to sell Joe Biden's daughter's diary. Dear diary, I love daddy so much. What the fuck was in the thing? Okay, 2 Florida residents have pleaded guilty in... Is it pleaded guilty or pled? I don't know. Politics. Pleaded guilty in a scheme to peddle a diary and other items belonging to President Joe Biden's daughter to the conservative group Project Veritas for $40,000. Prosecuted said Thursday. $40K? That's nothing. What are we doing with these small-ass cases? Amy Harris and Robert Kurlander pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property, Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams' office said. Harris and Kurlander sought to profit from their request for comment to send to the lawyers and Project Veritas is like dying now. I feel like, right? Like they're going under maybe. I don't know. While authorities didn't identify Ashley Biden or the organization that paid, the details of the negotiation have been laid out in court filings and public statements. Ashley Biden was moving out of a friend's Delray Beach, Florida home in spring 2020 when she stored the diary, tax records, a digital device with family photos, a cell phone, and other items there, prosecutors said in a court filing. So someone jacked it. Okay, fine, but what was in it? Okay, so look, founder James O'Keefe said that Project Veritas ultimately did not publish information from the diary because it could not confirm it belonged to Ashley Biden. But what was in the diary? Okay, and Rashi, you got to just tell me. I'm going to go back to politics, girl. To my fellow Democrats, you better fall in line and vote for Biden. I love Joe Biden.
Taking over half the country. Joe Biden is better than any alternative the Republicans could put up. So if you want to win, how you feel about him is irrelevant.
How you feel is irrelevant.
We don't need a new presidential candidate in 2024. We need to keep the Senate and flip the House. We need to fill the states with AGs who believe in the rule of law and legislators who believe in democracy. We need to pay attention to our school boards. Our current president is successful and he can win. We need to pick our battles right now. And a Democratic primary, it just isn't one of them. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Fucking loser, dude. What does people think? To be fair, Trump isn't in power as of the current moment. But it's not smart at all. Yeah, no, it's like the dumbest rant. Oh, Brian, holy shit, 1999. Hey, Amish, did you cover Nick Fuentes and Kanye's new aesthetic to push fascism? Huh, it's insane. First time I've really experiencing how music, art, and fashion can be used to create a hive mind around evil. Would love your reaction. Dude, that's a good topic, brother. Okay, cool. You know what I'm going to do to you guys is I'm going to show you, I'm going to put up my Instagram page. And what you're going to do is you're going to see what shows I have coming up. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. So this is a show I'm doing on Friday. Let's do this. Nick Fuentes, Kanye West. Okay. Yeah, this is a show I have on Friday. This comedy club I went to, it's called the Backroom Comedy Club. Incredible. This is a show I have on Thursday. I should go with this one first. This is on Thursday. This is on Friday. So, yeah, this is at this insane comedy club. Such a good night at this comedy club. I went on Saturday. I did 2 shows. And then this one, I'm on the 10 o'clock here, but I'm on the 8 o'clock. I'll show this after. Hold on a second. This show's on Thursday. This one, it's in Toronto in the East End at the Comedy Bar Danforth. This is Sabrina Douglas. She's incredible. And I remember the last time she put up a special, her husband tried to kill her. That's the story she tells in it. Her husband joins a cult, like an African Christian cult, and they convince him to try to kill her. And that's her first comedy special. It's so funny, dude. Oh my God. You'll die. The story's so sick, but then it's so funny. And he like legit tries to kill her. She has to get the cops and everything. So yeah, I don't know what this one's going to be about. I don't know. She disappeared for like 3 years from comedy and she's back. and she's a nurse. So there's a lot of fucked up shit there. But it's going to be an interesting night. This is Thursday, 9:30 at the Comedy Bar East Danforth. So if you're here, then come by, come take a look at it. Let's see. Oh, this one. This is on Friday, 8 o'clock. I'm on this show. This place is pretty sick too. It's called The Lab. It's a comedy lab. So it is like a comedy laboratory. People are going in, trying out jokes, but it's in a basement. And okay, does it smell? A little bit, but it packs everyone in, and it's just so raucous. Like it's a great room, man. I love doing this room. And this is 8 o'clock on Friday in the annex at the lab. The place is called The Lab, and then this is the Comedy Lab. And then this is a show that these two guys, they opened a comedy club. It's incredible, the comedy club they opened. It's called Backroom Comedy. It's in the annex, also on Bloor Street. Bloor Street now has like 6 clubs. The guy made a comedy, Toronto Comedy Magazine too. Real community leaders, these two. Real community leaders. They made a comedy magazine called, this is Toronto Comedy Boom. It's so indie. It's so sick. But great. Like they have these are all the comedy clubs in Toronto on this side. Can't see shit. These are all the comedy clubs. You can't see it. Listen, I'll have to put it up another day. But new aesthetic to push fascism. It's insane. First time I'm really experiencing how music. Okay, what do you mean by new aesthetic to push fascism? Like, what does that mean? Like, what is it? A project? Like, what do I search? Here, I'm showing you. Yeah, I would love to see this. This is a great topic. Thank you so much. Good karmas, Brian. You're doing great. Very good karmas. Giving me $20. That's a good karma. And then telling me to do this. This is a very, very good karma. Okay. Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist traveling with Kanye. Is it images? Yeah, I don't know. You gotta message me on Instagram. My Instagram is in the thing. I'll cover this maybe next time. Let's figure out what this is, because if they're coming out, like, what is it? A song? It's what do you mean by new aesthetic? Like, is it like a style? Fashion? Let's go to news. $15,000. That's it? Oh, nah, that's like not even that much money. Twitter reinstates Nick Fuentes, Kanye's Hitler-loving muse. Okay. Nick Fuentes, Kanye West's white supremacist associate, is filmed hurling a soda cup at customers inside an In-N-Out burger. Okay. Trump calls Kanye. These guys are this kid is a goddamn train wreck. Where is it? Okay, let's see it. Dude, why didn't they beat the shit out of him, dude? I would have fucked him up.
Before this goes viral, I know this is going to look bad on Nick Fuentes. You can see him throwing a Sprite in the In-N-Out. But if you look...
He goes, I know it's going to look bad on Nick Fuentes. Look at this idiot Sneeko is defending him. He doesn't even know.
Look at the ceiling right here. You see there's ketchup all over. That's because some lady and her husband came up to us, flipped us off, and then threw the ketchup all over me and Nick, mostly Nick. I just wiped it out of my hoodie. And he retaliated with the Sprite. That's actually what happened. We were attacked first, and we told them to go away. They went away and threw ketchup at us. He should not have thrown a Sprite, but that's the truth. And it's all over my favorite hoodie, man.
It's not, but okay. It's not on this front part, but okay. No, that's actually fair. That's fair. Sneeko fair. Fine. Fair enough. But I don't know. The guys he threw the Sprite at, they look like they weren't involved in that. So I don't know what that's about. Okay, cool. Yo, you got to send me a thing on Instagram, Habibi. You send it, I talk about it. Listen, you send the rips, I'll drop a rip. I don't care. You think Harris is better? She will continue Biden policies and also install a couple new ones that are negative too. Kamala Harris? Mr. Chess, cool it. Nobody in our audience gives a fuck about Kamala Harris either. She sucks, dude. She sucks. Everyone knows that. Mr. Chess, so you don't have to worry about anyone in here being some kind of weirdo Kamala Harris supporter. First of all, it's Kamala Harris. It's actually pronounced Kamala. Let's talk about this one now. Oh my God. Sorry. Wrong video. Oh my God, I got the wrong video. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. I got to find it now. All right, well, listen, don't get into a fight or anything in the audience, okay? Just cool it. Just calm down. I'm going to put on a track called Night Driving. Wait, let me play this. Yeah, this is called Feels by Patrick Patricios. Patrick Patricios, Feels. What a great track. And I'm going to find the I got to find the thing about that we got to talk about Coffeezilla, yeah. And why he is silent on Fauci. Okay, we're going to go back to back. Oh, I got to talk about this. Okay, we're going to go. We got to talk about all these. Let's go. Fauci made a banger. How's that music volume? Is that okay? Fauci made a banger. Let's watch this footage first. Yo, I like this beat a little bit. How's that? Is that loud? How's the audio on that? Yeah, CV Applejack says the fact that those are Democrats that people are fighting so hard to stay in power tells you we live in a bizarre world. You know, Applejack, I find that people just don't know. Like when I tell people, it's almost like they'd rather not think about it and they'd rather just go along with the talking points and be like, nah, because if you hear everything. And it's something that when I was younger, only conservatives did it. Like conservatives would do things like, if you bring up colonialism, they say, don't, why are you bringing that up? Then you're going to be victim culture. Then you're going to get soft, victim culture, turn into a big pussy. And then what? And then the whole society's broken. And they just want to ignore things, I guess. They just want to pretend that didn't happen. That's kind of the attitude with a lot of people. But that used to be more conservative. They used to just be like, no, that's going to cause communism, so don't talk about that. I don't want to be in that, whatever it is. But now I feel like Democrats are doing it too. It's just easier to pretend things aren't happening, I think. Like admitting that the coronavirus might have been created in a lab by the Americans, funded by this idiot.
A shot on a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place.
You know what? This is probably the rip of the week next week. This is another rip of the week.
And then you all create a shot in miraculous time.
American Masters.
Well, I heard that it doesn't cure it and it doesn't stop you from getting it.
No.
So
on the very, very, very rare chance that you do get it, even if you're vaccinated, you don't even feel sick. It's like you don't even know you got infected.
Is he like a sales rep for a pharmaceutical company or a goddamn, what is he doing? He's literally going door to door. You know, this is the irony of life, is that his dad was probably a door-to-door salesman. And he said, I don't want to do that. I want to be bigger than a door-to-door salesman. I want to do something big. I want to be in the government. I want to do something big, Dad. I don't want to end up like you going door to door. Now what is he doing? Door to door selling a goddamn vaccine that for a virus that he made in a lab, people. Yeah, apparently a bunch of shit that he says to them is not even true anymore. Because I mean, at the time they thought it was true, but then these people were right. They're like, no, it doesn't affect. Like they apparently they're wrong on a bunch of this stuff. Maybe the most cringe news segment ever. No vaccine. Okay, got it, sir. Can we interest you in Cutco knives, possibly? No. Okay. How about a rainbow vacuum? Okay, understood, sir. Have you ever used Amway soaps? Would you like to? He should have just stayed as a door-to-door salesman like his dad. Because then he'd be righteous. And then maybe he could sleep at night. But what has he done now? And the fact that Stephen Coffeezilla is silent. While the shot drastically cut COVID deaths, it did not stop vaccinated Americans from contracting highly contagious variants to come. There you go. So weird, man. People are brainwashed about him too. They just think they have to agree with him or something. I don't know what it is. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the subscribe, people. Let the people, you got to let the algorithm know. The algorithm. Fauci. Why is coffee silent? Hold on. Fauci. Why is coffee silent? Let's go to this clip, because this clip this is a clip that we were kind of playing last year. I don't know I don't know why. This is another thing. Like, I think people are too hard on Rand Paul. I think Rand Paul has always done righteous work. Actually, Applejack, I want to hear what Applejack has to say about this. Applejack, what do you think of Rand Paul? Because I feel like he does righteous rips where it's needed, where the Democrats are too afraid, maybe, or like, maybe it's just like Trump derangement syndrome, where because Trump didn't like him, then the Democrats loved him, and now you don't want to admit that you were wrong. But let's watch this.
Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Wow, dude. He is so ready for the rip. He goes like this. He goes like this. He goes, Senator Paul, I have never, and the mic's not even on. Let's watch. He goes, Senator Paul, I have never.
Your microphone.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress.
Before the Congress? It's all acting. Look at the acting. It's just before Congress. So.
Your microphone.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress.
Before the Congress.
And I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function.
So
What was, let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And
a function has been gained.
Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about.
Oh my God, he's so. Okay, let's take a look now. Let's take a look at a new clip that just came out. Here we go. What's this? What's this?
The first hypothesis is the possibility that COVID-19 infections in humans were the result of a spillover event from nature. This is a situation in which the virus naturally mutates and becomes more transmissible from one species to another, in this case from bats to humans via an intermediate species. This is what happened in previous outbreaks of SARS and MERS and earlier coronaviruses that emerged from bats and spread through an intermediate animal. The second hypothesis is the possibility that the virus evolved in a laboratory involved in gain-of-function research. This is a type of research in which scientists seek to increase the transmissibility or pathogenicity of an organism in order to better understand that organism and inform preparedness efforts and the development of countermeasures such as therapeutics and vaccines. Under this theory, COVID infected the general population
It's coming. It's coming.
after it was accidentally leaked from a lab in China. From the earliest
Lab leak number one. That's number one.
days of the pandemic, my view was both theories about the origin needed to be aggressively and thoroughly examined. Based on my initial analysis of the data, I came to believe, and I still believe today, that it indicates that COVID-19 more likely was the result of an accidental lab leak than a result of a natural spillover event. This conclusion is based primarily on the biology of the virus itself, including the rapid high infectivity for human-to-human transmission, which would then predict the rapid evolution of new variants, as well as a number
I
of
think he's
other
going to say
important
the
factors,
GOF word.
which also include the unusual actions in and around Wuhan in the fall of 2019, all of which I'm happy to discuss today. Even given the information that surfaced in the 3 years since the COVID-19 pandemic began, some have contended that there's really no point in investigating the origin of this virus. I strongly disagree. There is a global need to know what we are dealing with in COVID virus because it affects how we approach the problem to try to prevent the next pandemic. The understanding of the origin of COVID is critical to future science research, particularly as it affects ongoing ethical debate around gain-of-function research.
I don't know. You think Coffee should say something, right? He should just be like, because the last time I asked him, he was like, no, I think the guy was just doing his best. He's just doing his best. That's what he did. That's, they don't know. They just made a mistake. Really? How much needs to come out? You know what I'm saying? But then Stephen really does go after like the local scammer. He's not going for the government scammer. He's not going for the militaries. He's not going for these. Clear scam, like it's more like, it is like, back when I was a kid, there used to be on the news, there'd always be a segment where it's like, 6 o'clock news. I found a guy scamming, and if you watch me, I'll show you the tricks and make sure you don't get scammed here on Watch Your Pocket Channel 6. It's something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's always been an industry. And they go after local scammers, local, grifters, whatever. They just don't see the mainstream thing. So anyway, 49. There's 50 comments in here. What's up? The Cove grift, right? Right? What Space Chimps? What about the Cove grift? There's a grift here. And he was getting paid by pharmaceuticals. I do love his acting is so good. Rand Paul, I did not. You do not know. I'd like to say officially, you do not know what you're talking about. You do not know. Let's see what the scam is on the pharmaceutical. Because that I've seen too. On the pharmaceuticals, he's always getting paid by the pharmaceuticals. National Review. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And let's ask Stephen. Next time I see him, I'm going to say, Stephen, why are you silent, Coffeezilla? Why are you silent? Did Fauci and Collins receive royalty payments from drug companies? Okay. Open the Books is a nonprofit government watchdog organization dedicated to the investigating and disclosing the many ways in which government spends and wastes our money. Oh, come on. It has a new report out that should raise eyebrows. According to information garnered from Freedom of Information Act requests, between 2009 and 2014, both Anthony Fauci and former NIH director Francis Collins received royalty payments from pharmaceutical companies. This may present a conflict of interest since they had a great deal of influence in deciding what research the government funds from the report. Last year, the National Institute of Health, Anthony Fauci's employer, doled out $30 billion in government grants to roughly 56,000 recipients. That largesse of taxpayer money buys a lot of favor and clout with the scientific research and healthcare industries. However, in our breaking investigation, we found hundreds of millions of dollars in payments also flow the other way. These are royalty payments from third-party payers, think pharmaceutical companies, back to the NIH and individual NIH scientists. We estimate that between fiscal years 2010 and 2020, more than $350 million in royalties were paid out by third parties to the agency and NIH scientists who are credited as co-inventors. Do you see? Do you see? I guess he does the little scams. You know, he got Logan Paul. Yeah, Steven, you got Logan Paul. You got Jake. Oh, did Jake Paul do that? Okay, yeah, you got Jake Paul. Where's this one? Because those payments enrich the agency and its scientists, each and every royalty payment that could be a potential conflict of interest and needs disclosure. I like that I'm telling him to do more because that's funny, actually. Steven, not doing enough. Get it done. But when bench scientists' research leads to monetized benefit in the private sector, I suppose royalties are in order. And certainly, government funding should reap benefits for the government when the investment leads to development of profitable products. But Collins and Fauci, as far as I know, were administrators, not researchers. Yet OTB found that they received royalties from drug companies. Since the NIH documents are heavily redacted, we can only see how many payments each scientist received and separately the aggregate dollars per NIH agency. This is a book gatekeeping at odds with the spirit and perhaps the letter of open record laws. We found agency leadership and top scientists at NIH receiving royalty payments. Well-known scientists receiving payments during the period included Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy. Wow, this is insane. Like nobody cares about this, right? Like, does anyone care? Is it just too sad? I mean, we know Steven doesn't care. We know Steven is on Fauci's side. Imagine Steven Coffeezilla's here. Anthony Fauci, Francis Collins, Steven Coffeezilla. Wow. Well, that's so funny if that happened, but no, that would never happen. But Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, and the highest paid federal bureaucrat, received 23 royalty payments. Fauci's 2021 taxpayer-funded salary is $456,000. So he's already the highest paid person. So you know what he is? He's a politician. And he's playing like the most wildest political game. Like he basically, he's almost like a brilliant side politician. Like he almost looks at the people that run for office and they're like, that's stupid. The real politician doesn't have to do an election. That's what he's basically doing. Like, he's like, they're idiots. They're going to get, for 4 years, they're going to run a campaign and they're going to spend all this money. They're going to have to get donors, this and that, whatever. He goes, no. This is how you do politics. I take $450,000 a year out of the government plus 23 royalty payments. Ooh, that's wild. Francis Collins, NIH director from 2009 to 2021, received 14 payments. Collins' 2021 taxpayer-funded salary is $203,000. Clifford Lane, Fauci's deputy at NIAID, received 8 payments. Lane's 2021 taxpayer-funded salary, $325,000. In the above examples, although we know the number of payments to each scientist, we still don't know how much money was paid because the dollar figure was redacted from the disclosures. Come on, man. And only Rand Paul. Rand Paul is the only one fighting for this. It's been a struggle to get any useful information out of the agency on its royalty payments. NIH is acting like royalty payments are a state secret. They're not, or shouldn't be. Wow, exclamation mark. Shouldn't be. Did Collins and Fauci earn these royalties from work performed before their government service or as bench researchers? Are they partial patent owners? If so, what did they contribute to the product's development? If they were rewarded for acting as administrators and not researchers, is it akin to a kickback? So you see what the white man does? So when the white man does corruption, it's administrative fees. That's why a lot of people say America is actually more corrupt than any other country, but they're just really good. Like, they have lobbying, they have this kind of shit. What corruption? Unfortunately, the NIH is keeping the matter as opaque as they can. Consider how NIH is using taxpayer money to try and keep taxpayers ignorant and in the dark. NIH defied the Federal Freedom of Information Act law and refused to even acknowledge our open records request for royalty payments we filed our FOIA last September. NIH used expensive taxpayer-funded litigation to slow walk royalty disclosures, releasing the oldest royalties first, although the agency admits to holding 3,000 pages. Wow. See, once they got the money, then they hire a lawyer to slow the whole thing down. NIH has heavily redacted key information on the royalty payments. For example, the agency erased the payment amount and who paid it. Oh, my God. It's time for a revolution, people. It's time for a goddamn revolution. You know what France is doing? That's it. Burn it up, dude. This is bullshit. People should be pissed. NIH is essentially telling you, the taxpayer, to pay up and shut up. They'll run things. To say the least, congressional oversight is warranted over these questions. It's time for Fauci and Collins to answer some pointed questions in open hearings. Thank you. Wow. That's embarrassing. You guys know that. Look at this pop-up ad. This ad, really? Yo, I need to buy this, actually. Honestly, I do need to buy this. This Just Dance Unlimited, because Just Dance 2023, it has this new Just Dance Plus, but it only has like 100 songs on it. So I think I'm going to get the Just Dance Unlimited, $32.98 for a year. That's fine. That's a good price. But yeah, what this Fauci is doing is out of control. It's irresponsible. But if you guys follow my Instagram, I'll post some Just Dance videos tomorrow. I'm going to start putting up the Just Dances. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of work. A lot of work ahead. A lot of shows coming up. A lot of topics to cover. A lot of karmas to do, people, because the sinners are working hard. They're destroying the culture, aren't they? That's why you need me out here on the streets. What up, Kanye? Long time no see. What's up, baby? Xenophobes in the chat. What the fuck? What happened? See, the government and legal system is one big scam. Lawyer fees, tax exemptions, nonprofits, lobbying, bail, fines, money. Siegel. Mr. Chess is Kanye West. What's Mr. Chess saying? Mr. Chess, you better cool it, man. So the argument by the Russians is that. So the argument by the Russians is that Ukraine is somehow fascist or Nazi government is stupid. Well, I don't think that. I think that we are all children of the Most High God, brother. And I would not say that the majority of Ukrainians are fascist or something like that. There is a Nazi element, and it's in every country, and that's fine, Mr. Chess. You can't say that there's no Nazis in the country, because every country has a couple of they're around, especially in the military. They're going to be there. But at the end of the day, the president of Ukraine is Jewish. Yeah, it's like, okay, yes. It's a lot of sophisticated corruption, so it doesn't look that bad. U.S. is really good at that. Yeah, Narashu, that's true. That is true. You know, like that's... You know who did it? It's the MBAs. It's like the MBA class. They really are destroying America, because what they do, and I remember I dated a girl who had her MBA, and I am basically the only brown guy in Canada who doesn't have his MBA, actually. I'm the only brown guy in Canada who doesn't have an MBA. Every brown guy here has a useless, even if they can't get into a real school, they'll do a Mohawk College online MBA. So every brown guy has their MBA. But my ex-girlfriend had it, and she went to a good one, like a progressive school. And she said that the first thing they taught her in the class, they basically taught her as part of the class, like to open the whole MBA program. They basically taught them this case study. And that's mostly what they do in those classes. They do these case studies, whatever. And they did a case study. Sorry. Oh, yeah. This is The Black Cat by Aaron Kenny. So anyway, they do a case study. So the first thing that she was taught in an MBA program is they basically said, hey, you know, in America, when they fired all of the American working class and they sent all the jobs to China and they destroyed the American working class and they built the biggest communist dictatorship in the world, in the MBA program, they're proud of that. They're like, we did that. MBAs did that. Be proud of that. What's your send jobs to China? How are you going to send jobs to China? What's going to be your contribution? That's basically, they're like, we did that and we killed it. We're rich because of that. That's the best thing we did. And you should think of something like that. In fact, if you know someone who has a contact in a country that allows slavery, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Call them. You call that person and say, hey, I'm taking so-and-so MBA program. I'm making a lot of great contacts and I would love to be in business with you. Call them at the break. That's basically what they taught, though. She said that was the opening class. That was the first class. Was like basically from day one, they were being taught to be like schemy little assholes. So, and then a lot of them actually even admit it too. A lot of people I know who have their MBA, they say it, but they kind of say it like, oh, the investment bankers, they're the douchebags. We're nice people, but the investment is a douchebag. But really, what the investment banker is doing is what the program teaches. I'd say that's like half of them is investment banking. Then a bunch of people just go because they got a job. Out of all the people I know that have their MBA, they basically say that the best thing to do is only do it if your job is paying for it. Because even they feel like I paid $100,000 for this program and it's, even the program is like a scam. You know what I mean? Like they that's how they feel. They will any MBA grad will say, don't get it. Just whatever. If you want to start a business, just start the business. If it fails, that's your MBA. If it succeeds, then you got the business. So you did what the MBA needed to do anyway. Don't get it. Basically, everyone's advice is like, if a company's paying you to do it, then do it. But if not, don't even do it. But they all say it's full of douchebags. And these are the people that invented like lobbying. You know what I mean? Like those guys from Trump's inner circle. I mean, the guy, I don't know if he's technically, he has... Yeah, like those guys, Paul Manafort and Steele, they opened a consulting firm. Basically, they're consultants, and like they are the evil behind how to game the system so that we can just legalize corruption. They're the ones who write the thing, and they lobbying was invented by a bunch of consultants, and I'm pretty sure consultants is the other thing MBAs do. So it's like they're the consultants and then the investment bankers. The consulting, yeah, that is evil shit, like find a dictator, make a deal, destroy their country, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Anything to get the money. That's basically the attitude. Huey says, hello, Habibi. Hello. Mr. Chess can't stop. Even Ukraine-Russia problem was caused by Germany partially. Chess. It's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, I don't hate Russians. I don't think they're... We're on 2 topics after that, dude. We're 2 topics after that. DJ Chuck Norris. Amish is a righty? Huh. No, I can't take either side. There's actually this great like Canadian YouTuber I've been seeing actually lately. He's called Mr. Sunshine Baby, and it's a great channel. But at the end of every single video, he's like, he calls out conservatives. Let's see. Like, look at this guy. Great channel. It's like good rips, good call outs on Trudeau. Look at it. Even in the banner, he has Trudeau crying. Mr. Sunshine Baby. Political commenter and memes. Every single thing, Trudeau's crying. Every single one. Pierre destroys Trudeau so bad they cause debate. This is the conservative guy in Canada. This one, the guy on the right, and he's always winning. He's killing it. And then Trudeau is always getting ripped. Look at this one. He's just straight up crying. Jesus. It's all over. No, it's good. I mean, I think it's good work. Like, it's good stuff. But at the end of every single video, he's like, come on, guys. That's why you have to vote conservative. You have to vote conservative. It's the only thing we can do. That's crazy, dude. As if conservatives are like that much better. They're the same shit, dude. You got to say everyone's evil. That's the correct attitude. Like, I'm not even against do the Trudeau rips. Do the rips on Trudeau, but then you got to just do the other side too. Apparently, Pierre Poilievre, this guy, the conservative guy, his wife was doing some kind of corruption. Did he cover it? I don't see it. I don't see the coverage. Yeah, sit the F down.
When you have a leader that lives up in...
Let's go to the top video. Let's go to videos. Popular. Insane van tour? Freedom Convoy organizer destroys Emergency Act. See, these ones too, I'd watch them and I'm like, it's not a destroy. Jesus. Enough with this shit. These are so dumb. Yeah, it's too much. It's like, just be, you can't think one side's perfect and the other side's evil. It's like, no, both are evil. That's it. Let's go here. No, you know the best one is? It's Trudeau. This was a good rip, actually. This is a good ripper dipper.
What an absolutely insane question period today. If you're not already watching it, I highly recommend going to my second channel, House of Canada, where I stream every single question period and I put out the...
It's not to dream about housing around transit, but to actually require every single federally funded transit station be pre-approved for high density housing so our young people and our seniors can live right next to the bus and train. He doesn't like that idea. Well, how about this one? He's got 37,000 many of them largely empty buildings, big ugly buildings. Why doesn't he sell off 15% of them so we can...
Dude, he's doing the Trump hand gestures. He goes, big ugly buildings. Big ugly.
Convert those.
Pierre's been advocating for that.
Yes,
Quite some time.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Pierre bringing solutions.
Part of question period.
Wow, this guy's double streaming himself. Whoa, that's, I like that. I like that.
Answer period needs to be taking yes for an answer. And I said yes. Not only do we like the idea of density around public transit spaces, we've been doing it for years. We've been putting it in.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Municipalities as we invest historic amounts in public transit.
Can you believe how stupid politics is? All politics is stupid people. Like, this is why the first person we did the rip of the week, that guy's the best guy. He's so much cooler than this. Like, they're wearing suits and then they're just coming in and fighting with each other. They put on a suit to go and be like, yeah, fuck you. Like, that's what they're doing. Wear a tank top.
The government, the former conservative government, refused to invest in any infrastructure larger than a doorknob or an economic action plan.
There's the setup.
Continuing to invest in
There's the setup.
public transit, including with a permanent public transit fund, something that the conservatives
This is actually pretty good. He's right. The doorknob, it's going to pay off in a second.
have again campaigned against. We will continue to be there to invest in.
Oh, Trudeau's so stupid. And he's so roasted on here.
Position.
Their very first infrastructure project was to install a doorknob in the Prime Minister's office when they took.
Woo! That's a rip. He put on his button too. He buttoned up the suit for it. He knew it was coming.
Doorknob in the Prime Minister's.
Basically, the best politicians are like comedians, because that's what you have to do. You have to try to write the best rip. You have to do the best joke.
Their very first infrastructure project was to install a doorknob in the Prime Minister's office when they took.
Look, now the whole thing has to end. They're idiots. They're like dumb children. They have to go and professionally fight with each other every day. And now, look, the judge is going to be like, no, you cannot call the Prime Minister a doorknob.
The Prime Minister's so stupid. Yeah, cut him off.
What's he doing? He's like mad at them now. He has to be like, no, I'm the principal.
Oh, man. Ryan, Trudeau. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream today. And
yes, drop a like on the stream. Thank you.
Make sure you're subscribed so you can stay notified. No, make sure you guys drop a like on the video today. And make sure you're subscribed to stay notified.
Order. We want to hear the questions as much as we want to hear the answers. So I'm going to ask everyone just to take a deep breath and calm down.
And then Pierre cracks himself up.
Leader of the opposition, you got 21 seconds left.
Wow. Oh, so he likes it too. He's like, oh, let's see what else you got. Give him a good rep.
I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes I even crack myself. Mr. Speaker, he is presiding over a 37,000 bill.
Wow, the guy can talk shit though.
Oh my God, guys, that was an awesome.
This is a great. Honestly, this is the problem with this channel though. It's like, okay, but Pierre Poilievre, he's gonna be like, what do you think? He's just a nice guy. He's gonna be just as much an asshole as Trudeau. It's the same shit, man.
Awesome episode.
That's the problem with this guy's show, though. Every episode he ends it with like, "That, come on, guys, that's why you got to vote conservative. Be a conservative." And Trudeau's gonna ruin the whole country. Just be a conservative, then.
What could go?
That's not, you got to be able to laugh at Trudeau without being like, okay, well, I guess I'm conservative now. It's like, no, they're all crooked. You should hate all of them.
Wrong in Canada for today's question period. I highly recommend that you go over to the second channel and you subscribe to House of Canada. And if not, that's all right. Just make sure you subscribe to this one. I'll be bringing over the best of the best clips of this channel, and we're going to comment on the commentation that happens. It's a little
comment in the comment.
Exception-y, but you'll get used to it. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a like and let me know what you think down in the comments. You think Trudeau's smart enough to even open a doorknob? Personally, I don't think so. Thanks for watching the entire video. If you want to help grow this channel, you can like and subscribe. I've made it really easy.
Trudeau. A random Indian on the street is always smarter than Biden or Trudeau. It has to be an Indian, can't be Irish, or God forbid, a German. Okay, Mr. Chess, I don't know what you're angling at there. I don't know what you've said to piss everyone off, but now he's clearly trying to come back around and kiss ass, and that's good. That's fine. That's fine. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know you've been derp neck beard. Okay, Joshua Mowdy. I wear giant white earphones with the brown hat. I know. Yeah. Oh, the guy. Yeah. Left will ruin the country by 75%, and right will ruin it by 70%. And Rashu, that's. I don't know. I think right is very destructive too. That's the thing. They're no better. But the problem with the left is that there's no righteousness. They're just fighting right wing with being another right wing because they don't know how to stand on their righteousness, like our opening rip did. Let's go back to our opening rip because that guy's an inspiration. Guy is inspirational, dude. And the fact that he wore that, let's go the pink tank top. That's the best one. That's the best. That's my favorite. We open with it. We're gonna end with it. Mr. Chess says, why isn't there a multi-party system? Yeah. The problem with the left is there is no left in government. Yeah, it's true. At this point in time, in different times, it switches. Yeah. I guess they do eventually switch, but they're both basically just beholden to rich people. So they have to do what the military tells them. And that's really my biggest problem with the Ukraine war is people profiting from it. I do think, what Putin did is bad and he should be stopped, though.
We can't be how dare we talk about the U.S., about China?
Political leanings, domestic.
A woman's right to choose is a human right. Why are we so quiet about challenging the U.S. when they threaten human rights? Some people have said in here, oh, we can't be, how dare we talk about the U.S.? Well, we talk about everybody else. Is the U.S. a functioning democracy? Well, let's have a look at it. It costs $2 billion to become president. They're 25% of the total prisoners in the world. They spend over $800 billion a year on arms, which is more than most of the world put together. They've been at war for 250 years since their state was formed 275 years ago. But they can't afford universal health care. They can't afford the 1.7 trillion debt forgiveness for students. They can't afford a program for the 17 million children that go to bed hungry. Is this a functioning democracy? What's your idea of a democracy? Bernie Sanders wasn't even allowed to win the nomination for the Democrats. The Americans couldn't spell democracy.
God damn. The Americans couldn't spell democracy.
I think there's certainly a significant portion of Americans could not spell democracy. But it's really hard to make the case. I mean, it is becoming, we're sliding more into minoritarian rule. And And that we have gone, like what we have been going through over the past 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, if you want, is the development of a plutonomy that has now become a plutocracy. We've gone from the enormous concentration of wealth, and it is now, which in and of itself creates an imbalance in terms of political power. But then that imbalance of political power has expanded, and which also continues to feed the plutonomy. And so that's where we are. And it's, regardless of that guy's politics, I have no idea whatsoever, but it gives you a sense of how we look to the rest of the world. So that when we look at like other countries, we talk about the politics is going on.
How we look. Whole community talking. Whole community. That's true. It's weird that he's taking that view instead of just saying like we are all of those things. He's like, this is how they view us, because that's what you do. That's what's going on, people. We gotta wake up. Do some rips in the culture and make sure we let the people know. Because in the end, it's just gonna hurt ourselves. Mr. Chess says Kashmir clearly belongs to India. Mr. Chess, just cool it, okay? With your right-wing views. Scam Cedar is annoying. Yeah, I know he is. It is weird, but I do like that I got that video off of that channel. Like, that guy is amazing. You know why I watched it? I thought they were going to say that they don't agree with him. But what did they say? They just said, like, yeah, this is how you look. This is how we look. Whole community talking. We have to stop China sucking up to Russia and trying to have Kashmir, which is clearly Indian and isn't theirs. How is Russia going after Kashmir? What? Is Russia going after Kashmir? That's going to be a topic. But I got to go. I got to drive my mama to the hospital in the morning. Nothing serious, I hope. No. Let's do this. There it is. That's it, people. We got to end the episode. We got to end it. I am here at the Digital Ashram. Right here at the Digital Ashram. Look at that bus driving by in space. Make sure you come to my meditation class. Sundays, I do the meditation class. Very high vibration this week, by the way. I don't know if anyone's here from the class, but we had a very high vibration. And people really felt the one with Godism of the whole thing. So make sure you come to meditation. There should be a link to that in the comment section, in the description. Also, follow me on Instagram. Send me topics. If you got good, listen, just send topics for Rip of the Week. Let's do Rip of the Week and Worst Rip of the Week. What do you guys think of that politics girl? What an annoying, oh my God, she is the worst. Hey guys, make sure you all are doing your karmas. Make sure you're dancing, being joyful in life. You know what I'm saying? We're here to do rips. That's it. That's what they say. They say that we're just here to do rips. So make sure you're doing rips. And make sure you support this Digital Ashram. Really, by being here, you're supporting it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tell your friends, bring them in. Tell me which topics to do. Yeah. Let me just say a couple of names here. Applejack is here. Thank you, Mr. Chess. Lively debate in there. Good for you. Narashu, CR, GG. If you have evidence, present it or stop. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's fine. Jacoby or Safe Travels, Baba. Thank you. Space Chimps is doing prayer. That's good. You should be doing prayer. CR, very good. Very good karmas. Then Rashu, very good karmas. Let me see the most. Cody, good karmas, Cody. Mr. Chess talking to himself still. Does it every time I look back, Mr. Chess was like, and I'll tell you another thing about Russia. with why are we supporting them? They should be attacked. It's just every time I came back. Misha's a right. DJ Chuck Norris. What's up, DJ Chuck Norris? Huey is here. Huey. Siegel. God is great. Who else here? Who else? Joshua Mowdy. Very good. McZemzem. I think you've come to meditation before, McZemzem. Very good. That's good. Joshua Mowdy. That's good. We had some donos here I needed to look at. We got some donations. Fauci is a liar. Under Fauci, this is Applejack. Under Fauci, they said AIDS started from a monkey, and now they're trying to say coronavirus started from a raccoon dog. Good rip. CB Applejack, that's a good rip, brother. Make sure you post your podcast in the comments, dude. And also, next time I do this, make sure you call in. I'll message you on Instagram to see when you're available, and maybe we should just get you on the show there, bud. Get you on the show there, bud. Good rips though today. Good rips. That's funny, dude. Raccoon dog. What the fuck is a raccoon dog? Brian. Okay, I have made note of this. We got to find this. Nick, did you cover Nick Fuentes and Kanye's new aesthetic to push fascism? Listen, I don't know what they're doing. You know, you got to send it to me on Instagram. My Instagram is @FadeToBrown. Send it to me. I'll look. I'll see what I can find on that. But thank you. And then we have Applejack here. $5. Thanks, Applejack. Appreciate you. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Yes, like I said, I have shows coming up this week. I don't know who this person is. I gotta start unfollowing people. I don't know why I follow so many random people. I don't know who these people are. Who the fuck is that? Like, why am I opening my Instagram and there's just a picture of some girl in a wedding dress? I don't know her. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with her. It's fine. So Thursday, I'm doing this show. Like I said, this is going to be hilarious. She's amazing. She's like one of the best comics. Yeah, like I said, the last time she did a special, she might have new jokes on it, but I remember last time she did a special, yeah, her husband tried to kill her. Her husband joined like a Christian cult and tried to kill her. It's fucked up. And then this is going to be on Friday. This is at 10 p.m. Hilarious shares. And then this is 8 p.m. This is 8 p.m. on Friday. This is 10 p.m. on Friday. Both those shows are in the annex. But you got to just follow my Instagram and you'll find it. It's all there in the stories. And this is on Thursday at Comedy Bar East. So, yeah, come out to a show if you're in Toronto. If not, keep supporting it. Come out on Sunday. Come to the meditation. The meditation is going to be, I got a powerful meditation brewing right now. Very high vibration. And you guys are a very high vibration. So that's it. And that's it. Okay, make sure you're doing rips. Peace.